Throwing is Smith. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Macklin. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. An early test. 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Short yardage situation. Here's Charles. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. So on 4th down, Dustin Colquitt to punt for KC. Travis Benjamin deep for San Diego. He'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. So here's the Charger offense making their way out. They'll be led out by Phillip Rivers in his 13th NFL season, and now, Charles, his 11th as the Charger starter. Quite a run.
It's been a terrific run, and somewhere Charger greats of the past are just looking at Phillip Rivers and saying he's the exact guy to follow in the chain. You know, they've always had guys who could throw it really well, big-time receivers, put up big numbers on offense. Phillip Rivers was the exact right guy to be in San Diego.
First down coming there on the intermediate passing play. That's been a point of emphasis, they told us in practice, using those medium routes to keep the defense off balance.
And it wasn't just them telling us. We got to watch them practice it and work on it because they've been trying to fine-tune it and get it right before this game, and I think they have to be happy with the result.
Second down now after the pass completion. They'll run with a second-year man. It's Melvin Gordon. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
Melvin Gordon's rookie year was a far cry from his last season at Wisconsin, wasn't it?
Boy, it was. Yeah, we got the numbers right here. 3.5 yards per carry, 641 yards, no touchdown.
Well, I think his team is really looking to do things to help him break out and get back to that Wisconsin form in 2016.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. So now 11 yards to go for this offensive unit. It's second down.
Well, the person carrying the ball is always the easy target when things aren't going so well. But I think it's a combination with the Chargers. They've got to get the offensive line going in order to improve those numbers from last year. They weren't very good running it, partner.
No, they were bottom of the AFC, second to last in the entire NFL. And an extra DB here for the Chiefs on third down.
Pass situation.
Play fake. Rivers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The NFL sack leader from 2014, Justin Houston, in there to drop him with his first sack of 2016. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Now a play fake here on first down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Denzel Perryman in from his linebacker's spot. He's able to drop him for a loss of about 10.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
On second down, Jamal Charles. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on third down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Third and long, it's Smith. No chance to get away there for Smith as he goes down. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up fourth. Here's Dustin Colquitt now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Returning, it's Benjamin. Now a hit and a loose football, and it's picked up by the Chiefs, and they will take over at the 29-yard line.
I remember sitting in special teams meetings And at some point during the meeting, the coach would always say, you better treat this one just like you're playing offense or defense. It's a big part of the game, and we just saw evidence of why right there with that fumble.
Yeah, fumble on the punt, and after it was turning up to be a pretty decent return.
Yeah, a really nice return. They were going to be set up okay, and the offense would feel good running onto the field. And now the defense has to try it out there and try and slow them down. As Jamal Charles plays here in 2016, I think 5 was the operative number for him. 5 1,000-yard years before last season, but only 5 games played in 2015.
For the current Chiefs all-time leading rusher. Calling a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
And there's a completion of Travis Kelce. I think he's starting to come into his own as a tight end and as a player, and that makes his quarterback, Alex Smith, really happy.
To throw is Smith. They complete it to Hill. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Well, they've been practicing goal line offense all week. Let's see if they're able to capitalize here. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit.
Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin as the Chiefs in possession of the football as we begin the second quarter. And they've got it here with a first down. A shotgun snap for Smith. Caught here by Conley. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Offense looks to punch it in here from the 1 on. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Jamal Charles punching it in from a yard away. And the Chiefs are in for 6. Good to see Jamal Charles back in the end zone. Of course, he had that ACL tear in Week 5 last year.
I've loved his game since he was at the University of Texas. His ability to hit the home run with his speed, but underrated as a guy who runs between the tackles as well as catches the ball in the backfield. Combined 33 touchdowns the previous 2 seasons before the knee injury. He's back and in a big way.
You know it all. Who says you don't prep with numbers? Nobody.
Got to do a little prep. Got to do some prep.
The Chiefs defense getting ready to roll. They're just hoping for more of the same. Last time they forced the punt that led to a score.
They flipped the field essentially, and that's what you want to do as a defense. Make sure that you put your offense in a great position to run their offense and put the ball in the end zone. That's exactly what they accomplished.
They accomplished that last time. What will they accomplish this go-around? Second down, Rivers. Allen's got it over the middle. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it now. The confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence. Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Now Rivers. Inman has it over the middle. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height, sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there. If he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does, so the quarterback has to slide and find open space to throw.
The reception good for 7. It's third down. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Rivers to throw it. He's got a man. It's Williams. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. And the next snap coming inside the red zone here.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn,
trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Looking for the out route. It's complete to Maclin. Jeremy Maclin. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Jeremy Maclin, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Chiefs strike quickly here for 6 points.
Partner, you know what the real key is to stopping a good passing attack?
You tell me.
Being able to tackle as soon as a guy catches the football.
Didn't work out there.
No, because when you give up the big run after catch, the rack yardage, that puts your defense in a big-time stressful position.
A lot of rack yardage and a touchdown there on the big play. And now San Diego getting set to go. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
Flushed out right. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Arrowhead after this. A reminder coming up at this and every halftime this season, we'll be checking in with Larry Ridley in Orlando for highlights and analysis of our first half.
LR, that's my man.
That's your guy. He'll get a couple yards on that one, and that'll make it second down. Second down, 8.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
Give him 8 on the play, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. Still in search of the first down after that last completion. And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. Gets it to Benjamin. It's caught. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. So they need to determine if that knee was down before the ball was coughed up.
And they also wanted to make sure that the ball was possessed.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
Following the fumble recovery, Smith. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Melvin Ingram from his outside linebacker spot. He gets him down here for a loss of 4. Second down now after the sack.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
3rd and long, it's Smith. To the sideline, and oh, a nice catch there. Made sure the feet were inbounds, and they were. Here's Dustin Colquitt now as he's on to punt for Kansas City.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. It was a running back who was a receiver on the play. Ike's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd learned to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
The Chiefs defense here ready to head back out onto the field. They recovered the fumble last time. 3 turnovers for them in this game. They've been, that word opportunistic comes to mind, right?
Exactly right. And you know guys on defense, they say the turnovers, and offensive guys call them turnovers. We call them takeaways. We go get them. And that's exactly what they've done in this game.
The former DB making sure you know their takeaways on the defense.
Takeaways, man. And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
He's got a man complete. The 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, San Diego. Keenan Allen, 77 yards. And the Chargers get the quick strike touchdown.
Yeah, you heard it, right?
Exhale.
You heard the exhale, and I'm taking that from their bench because finally, right before the half, they find a way to get the ball in the end zone and get some points on the board. Maybe they can use that to kickstart them for the second half.
Yeah, just to get something before going into the lockers. And now in the second half, if they can just tighten.
It's what they want to do, tighten down everything they're doing, and then maybe explode at the right time.
Alex Smith and company heading back out there now. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes, but right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. Charles the lone setback. And they'll give it to him here. And this will go as a short gain on what? All right, hang on here. We'll jump over halftime. Just let the system and graphics catch up. Okay, all set. Third quarter now. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. A second down throw for Rivers. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended target, and it's third down. So a second down incompletion now brings up third down. They go play action. Rivers. He's got his man. It's Williams. And he's brought down, but not before getting across midfield to the 45. A nice little completion there by Phillip Rivers. And you and I were reading the article yesterday, 5th grade. Rivers had to do a project where he had to make a poster about his dreams and aspirations. So he clipped out a football player from a magazine article and pasted his face on the helmet. That's what he wanted to be, and it turned out okay. Not so bad at all. Remember, he's the son of a coach. And on that play, I think he made the old coach proud with that completion. Rivers now on second down. Henry's got it out on the left side. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Hunter Henry out of the University of Arkansas was definitely the consensus top tight end in the 2016 draft. I thought he might sneak into the first round. He didn't, but I think that Phillip Rivers is really happy to have him in San Diego. They're already starting to make that connection. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball,
He's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, Rivers. Man open left side, it's Williams. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. They'll need to get the play off quickly. They'll run for it. It's Gordon. And he'll have the 1st down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. Give him 7 on the play, and they're able to convert here on 4th and inches. Now, this will be the 9th play on this drive.
This is where you need to rely on your offensive line, and you tell the person carrying the football, no dilly-dallying around, no trying to hit the home run. Just hit the hole hard and get in there for a 1st down.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Oh, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense. 2nd down, Rivers. This will be caught at about the 5. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Hunter Henry with his 1st career touchdown in his 1st career game. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. So we just witnessed touchdown number 1 for the Rook, and certainly that's a football he's going to want for the trophy case.
Yeah, this is one that you don't spike, right? This is one you don't throw to your teammate and let them celebrate. This is one you keep for yourself, take it over to the equipment staff and have them mark it up, put it away, and then you get it later on. And as you said, mount it in your trophy case. Fantastic. Hopefully the first of many.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the 2nd half. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the 2nd half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You've got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Brandon Mebane coming up the middle, gets him there for a loss of about 9. Well, there was 2nd long, now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. Well, this whole line, they've had trouble with a pass rush all game long. This time it cost them 2 points.
I mean, you've got a quarterback back there who's running for his life, and he's had no time to throw the football. They've sacked him time and again, and this time they do it in the end zone.
You said it, partner. No time, none whatsoever. One man in the backfield is Gordon. He'll get the football here. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. The tight end, Henry, here in motion. They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. And if they want to keep this drive alive, they'll need 8 yards here on 3rd down. Off the play fake here, Rivers. He's got a man. It's Williams. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. So a little grabbing there, but this time it goes against the offense for holding. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. And this is incomplete.
Holding offense.
So holding by the offense, and maybe now got to shift up what you want to do on the playbook.
Yeah, definitely. Change what you're doing in the playbook, but boy, the advantage shifts to the guys on defense, doesn't it? Longer yardage situations, they often become bolder.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect. We're back now in KC. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4.
Well, partner, I think the defensive fellas got the memo, and they decided to cover him on that play.
Yeah, he's already up over 100 yards in this game. They tried a deep shot, couldn't get it.
Yeah, when you've had that much success, finally, someone said, let's try and put a stop to it and put people on him. When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
So here's 3rd and 20, and with a long yardage, defense going with a nickel look. He's going to look deep down the field. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And out come the Chiefs now. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. And they don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
On 2nd and 10, Smith. Caught here by Conley. And he's able to get up here to the 26. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. And 3 full yards here for the offense to get on 3rd down. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Smith on 3rd down. He's going to float this one deep right side. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays. And you don't get many opportunities to dial them up. And they just did. And they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
Now McCluster. A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Out comes the San Diego offense as they get set to see what they can do here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. And in this situation with a lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line. And that pickup of a 1st down That's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here. Down late, tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or a takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
It's a gain of 14 there, and that'll be good for a San Diego first down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you're talking about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Holding, offense.
So oftentimes you see defensive holding. Here it's offensive holding for the flag. Working out of the gun, Rivers. And this complete to Henry over the middle. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. And the offense here just looking to stay in bounds, complete the short passes, and put this game on ice. Rivers now. This is Gordon on the dump off. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat.
And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Dontrell Inman already his 2nd. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And that might just seal the deal here. It makes it a 2-score game with not a lot of time on the clock. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And this will be a touchback, so a first chance here in week 1 to see the ball be brought out with the new rule to the 25-yard line. And the Charger defense now making their way back out onto the field. They're looking for one final stop here, put this game on ice. What's the message from the defensive coordinator here?
Don't overthink it. You know what you have to do. Let's get this game over with and get to the locker room.
Yeah, that's the key, right? Just get it over quickly. They don't want to deal with any extra time.
You don't want any extra time. You don't want to do something out of the ordinary that gives them an opportunity and hope. Go out there and play the way you know how. We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
He's got the hook up with Conley. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. So 3rd and 7 and an extra defensive back on the field here.
Definitely want to play coverage here.
Oh, I can't hang on to it. Almost intercepted. They would have loved the first pick of the game there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Desperation time for Smith on 4th down. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that one.
They're down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
Here's Gordon. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed, and he's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast.
Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Second down following the run. Rivers going to turn and give this one to his running back, Gordon. And the Chiefs are going to signal for and be granted another timeout. That'll be their second, so one more chance to stop the clock here, and we'll be back. They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. From the 4-yard line, it's first and goal now. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal.
Just keep the ball on the ground. Do a little pounding. Chew up some clock. If they can get it in, that might be enough to get them home. And if not, the clock is definitely their friend.
Another tote for Gordon. He's been busy this afternoon. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. It's a loss of 2. Now third down. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here brings up third.
And I think what they've done is they've put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they...
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. I guess not content to get another 3 here late. They'll try to add 6 more as they go on 4th and goal. They're going to run. This is Gordon. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. And defensively, they were ready for that. A full-on blitz on 4th down, and they stop him short of the marker.
Oh, and someone's got to feel really good about that, and that's the defensive coordinator. He dialed up a great run blitz defense, and they hit it just right. Stack that thing up. They're going to feel awesome going to the bench after that big play.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.